युञ्जानः प्रथमं मनः तत्त्वाय सविता धियम् अग्निर्ज्योतिर्निचायय पृथिव्या अध्याभरत्. Namaste to all. This is Yajurveda, 11th chapter, 1st mantra. A very, very beautiful mantra. Maharishi Dayananda Saraswati has beautifully explained this mantra. Maharishi says, Tattvaya Yunjanaha. Maharishi is trying to explain from this Veda mantra, or Almighty God is explaining in this mantra which Maharishi has explained, that what is the lakshan of a yogi. What is the best lakshan? Best lakshan means how can you best define a yogi, or who is that yogi? पृथिव्याः, पृथ्वी के बीच में योगी का यही प्रसिद्ध लक्षण है. Maharishi has written for the word पृथिव्याः. If some yogi is living on this earth, this mantra explains about that yogi. Who is that yogi? That yogi is Yunjanaha Tattvaya. Yunjana means a jivatma, a person is still in the upasana marg. He has still not attained his final emancipation, but he is in the yogic marg. Yunjana, he has completely surrendered himself in the path of Yoga Vidya, in the path of Vedas, in the path of Adhyatmikvad or spirituality. The real meaning of spirituality is to understand who we are, who is God, and what is Prakriti. This is the real meaning of spirituality. So Yunjana means one who is a yoga abhyasi, one who is doing upasana in the yoga marg, in the Vedic marg. Yunjana Tattvaya. For what? For what he is doing in upasana in the yogic way. Tattvaya, for the realization of Tattva Gyan. For Tattva means realization. For Tattvaya, for the realization of that Almighty God, a person is doing intense tapasya. He has indulged himself in tapasya day in and day out, every day, every night. And Pratamam Manaha Savita. Pratamam Manaha. That yogi, he has still not become a paripurna yogi or a complete yogi. He is still in the upasana, but still he is called as a yogi. What he has been doing? He has been doing pratamam manaha savita. He has been completely dedicating his mind towards Almighty God. He does not have interest in kam, krodh, mad, lobh, ahankar. No interest in sensuality. No interest in worldly affairs. Yeah, he will live in this world. He will do all his kartavya karma. Suppose if he is married and he is in grahastha ashrama, he will do all his moral responsibilities towards his family. He will take care of his family. He will go for work and earn money. He will take care of his parents. He will serve his parents. He will go to acharya. He will listen Vedas. He will do yoga abhyas. And also he will do all the family responsibilities without any problem. But his Pratamam Manaha Savita, his mind is completely, we can say, integrated with Almighty God, completely inside Almighty God. His mind is Pratamam Manaha. He is always established firmly in the Almighty God, in Almighty God's upasana, and he does every moral deed of his life with Ishwar Pranidhan, with complete surrenderance to Almighty God. He understands that God is watching him or her, and he or she never does any activity against Almighty God's knowledge of the Vedas. So Pratamam Manaha Savita. Savita means Almighty God who creates this entire universe. Savita. Like in Gayatri Mantra the word Savita comes. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Om Bhurbhuvasva Tat Savitur Varenyam. Savitaha. Savita means तीनों लोकों को रचने वाला, the Almighty God who creates this entire universe is called as Savita. So this yogi has firmly established his mind in that Almighty God. Even before he attains the final stage of Samadhi, he is called as a yogi because he is in this Upasana Marg. He is in the Vedic marg, he is in the yogic marg. Diyam pratamam manah savita diyam. Diyam means बुद्धि को अपनी कृपा से अपने में युक्त कर लेता है. Savita diyam. When such a person exists on this earth, when such a person who is involved in tapasya day in and day out, what Almighty God will do? Savita diyam. That Almighty God will firmly establish that upasak's mind and intellect in Almighty God. Almighty God is the one who will do kripa, who will give mercy, or with His infinite mercy, Almighty God will decide, okay, this gentleman, this jivatma, this yogi, this yogini, he is trying to reach me day in and day out. And now it's my responsibility that I am making sure that his mind is firmly established on me. So, see, this mantra also clearly says that we can only try, we cannot achieve. The achievement is possible by the mercy of Almighty God. The achievement of Almighty God is in the hands of Almighty God. So, Savita Diyam, Parameshwar उनकी बुद्धि को अपनी कृपा से अपने में युक्त कर लेता है. By His mercy, Almighty God will decide. And Almighty God understands this yogi very well. He knows that he is not doing any other activity. Of course, he is doing his moral deeds, but he is fully indulged and involved in me only. He is doing tapasya day in and day out. At one stage, Almighty God will extend His kripa, or we can say the invisible hand of mercy. And with that invisible hand of mercy, Almighty God will put that upasak's buddhi, he will firmly establish that buddhi inside Almighty God. This is the action of Almighty God. The action of yogi is just to keep himself involved in tapasya. Then the action of Almighty God will start. And Agner Jyotir Nichayaya. Agner Jyotir Nichaya means, then what happens? Almighty God will give His prakash, will give His light to that buddhi. The sadhak, upasak, he is meditating on Almighty God. God will give His light to that sadhak. What is that light? That light is not what you see outside. That light is not the light which is glowing on the bulb or in the sun or in the moon. That light is the knowledge of the Vedas, the knowledge of everything. That with that light, that yogi will be able to exactly understand the purpose of the universe, understand the purpose of his life, understand the purpose of how and why this universe is being created by Almighty God, and how God sustains this universe. Everything will be understood by that yogi at that point of time. And this is called as realization. So the light of knowledge is given by Almighty God to that upasak. Agnir Jyotir Nichayaya. And Adhyabharat. What happens then? Yatavat Dharan Karta hai. See, this is action of Almighty God. Almighty God will extend His mercy. Almighty God will make sure that this upasak's buddhi is firmly established in Almighty God. And Almighty God is the one who will give the knowledge of light, the knowledge of the Vedas, the knowledge of Yatharth Gyan. Everything is given by Almighty God. So until certain stage only the upasak will do his action. Result is in the hands of Almighty God. The result is knowledge. The result is realization. The result is bliss. The result is emancipation. Adhyabharat Prithivyaha. So, such a person, if he is existing, or if he or she, there is the Vedas and yoga is not for male or female, it's for all of us. So, Prithivyaha Adhyabharat. And such a person, if he or she exists anywhere in this universe, we must go to such a person. We must try to search such a person who is having this lakshan, who has attained Almighty God by this marg, and who has realized the light of knowledge, who has realized the light of Almighty God. See, because God Himself is giving the light to that yogi. And that is the reason he is called as a yogi. Yogi is a person who has realized the light of knowledge, who has realized the light of Almighty God. So पृथ्वी के बीच में योगी का यही प्रसिद्ध लक्षण है. See, can we find such a person today? If you go outside in the market, you go anywhere, everybody says, I am a yogi, he is a yogi, Sri so and so, Swami so and so. So many Swamis, so many yogis, so many rishis. People are calling themselves as rishi also. I saw one person, his name is Rishi something, but he always speaks against Vedas, but his name is Rishi. And there is one more person, Acharya so and so. Acharya is the one who has complete control and complete surrenderance to Almighty God, and he always do acharan of Vedas. And his name is called as Acharya so and so. Does not know anything about Vedas, does not know anything about Dharma, does not know anything about Yoga Vidya. So what is the Prasiddh Lakshan of a yogi is this. Do you know somebody who has involved and indulged himself in tapasya day in and day out, in spite of living and working in this modern world, in this modern society, day in and day out, he has been doing his kartavya karma, but still his mind is firmly established in Almighty God in tapasya. He does everyday tapasya. He is completely in Ishwar Pranidhan. He is in complete surrenderance to that Almighty God, and he does Veda Adhyayan day in and day out. He does not do any ahimsa or any himsa, He is a complete ahimsavadi, complete satyavadi, complete brahmacharya. Even if he is in grahastha, he is a brahmacharya. His indriya, senses, mind are completely controlled. Have you seen anybody like that? If you have seen anybody like that, then in his intellect will be the light of Vedas, and that person will always propagate Vedas, speak Vedas, live life as per Vedas, and will teach Vedas to the public, to the society. So all of us must try to find such a yogi. We must try to find such an acharya. We must try to find such a rishi. Until we find such a yogi, rishi, muni, acharya, we should not rest. And after finding him, we should further become restless. We must further try to get that knowledge, nectar from that yogi rishi by serving that rishi. And after getting that knowledge, we should further become restless. Restless in terms of doing that tapasya. That rishi will say, I have done tapasya like this, you also do. So we must also try to do tapasya. We must not rest without doing everyday tapasya. We must not eat without doing everyday tapasya. We must not do any other activity or start our day without doing tapasya. God says, Pratamam Manaha. If you want to realize God, first early morning when you get up from your bed, think about that Almighty God. Put your mind on Almighty God. We put our mind on mobile phone. Early morning we see mobile phone, we see our messages, WhatsApp, emails, or what is yesterday, how much production has happened in my company, how much profit, how much loss, what happened to stock market yesterday night, what happened to cricket match, what happened to that politician speech, how many people attended that politician speech, whether my the favorite superstar film has got hit or not. These messages we see in the morning. We don't see Almighty God. We don't know Almighty God. We don't want Almighty God. So then God also will not extend His mercy hand to us. When we want Almighty God, before we expect Almighty God to help us, we must help ourselves. First we must put our mind on God, then God will do everything. God will take care of everything. My Acharya always says, God will take care of everything, but before that you must do your activity. And that is Pratamam Manaha. Early in the morning, before going to bed in the night, every day, morning, evening, are you worshipping God as per Vedas? Are you doing name jap? Are you doing meditation? Are you doing Sandhya? Are you doing Agnihotra? If we are not doing, I am saying you, it's also for me. I am making videos, I am propagating Vedic knowledge to you. But if I am not doing, God will slap me so hard, I cannot get up in my life. So I am also having equal responsibility and fear when I speak this kind of words, I also have the fear that whether I am doing it or not. If I am not doing and I am telling this in the video, then I'm just fooling myself and Almighty God, and I cannot fool Almighty God. So this is very, very important mantra. And पृथ्वी में योगी का यही प्रसिद्ध लक्षण है. If we have such a person in this universe, wherever he is in Himachal Pradesh, he is in Chennai, he is in Japan, he is in Australia, he is in America, wherever that person exists, we must go to him and we must learn Yoga Vidya from him. Prithivyaha, these words are not normal person words. These words are written by Maharishi Dhanand. And Maharishi Dhanand also, has not written just like that these meanings. If you find any other Yajurveda Bhasha, you will not find such meanings. Definitely you will not find such meanings. So we must try to find such a yogi who qualifies for this, such a living legend. Then we can try to say that, okay, I have started my spiritual path. I have known one yogi. So let me first learn from him. And that yogi will always be willing to help us, because he has attained the unattainable. Definitely he will always help us. But the first thing is, are you in Pratamam Manaha stage? Are you in a stage where you are able to receive this knowledge? That's important. Then everything will be taken care by Acharya and Almighty God. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.